Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn a simple explanation of the Sonnet 18 and 130 by William Shakespeare. So let's start. First, let's learn about William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in April 1564, also died in April 1660, was an English playwright, poet and actor. He is widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's preeminent dramatist. He is often called England's national poet and the Bard of Avon, or simply the Bard. His extant works, including collaboration, consist of some 39 plays, 154 sonnets, in which the first 126 are written for his beloved fair youth and 28 are written for dark mistress, 3 long narrative poems and a few other verses, some of uncertain authorship. His plays have been translated into every major living language and are performed more often than those of any other playwright. Shakespeare remains arguably the most influential writer in the English language, and his works continue to be studied and reinterpreted. Now I am going to recite the whole poem, then I'll give you the explanation. Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leaves hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his cold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometime declines by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as man can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Now the explanation part. The poem consists of 3 quatrains and 1 couplet, and the rhyming pattern of the sonnet is ABAB, CD, EF, GG. In the poem, the narrator is speaking to his beloved fair youth. So in the first quatrain's first line, it means, should the narrator compare his beloved to a summer's day? Following line means, but he is more lovely and more temperate than mild summer. Third and the fourth line means, even though summer is a pleasant season, it has a rough wind, and the duration of the summer is not short. Here ends our first quatrains. The first line of the second quatrain means, sometime in the summer the eyes of heaven. Here the eyes of heaven refers to the sun, and it's a metaphor, shines too brightly. In other words, summer is also not perfect. Cloud covers up the rays of the sun, or the golden rays of the suns are also often dimmed. Every beauty fades. The last line means that the course of the nature are consistent, but our beauty is not, just like nature. In the third quatrain, the lines explanation are, your everlasting summer, meaning the fair youth everlasting summer, eternal beauty, his eternal beauty will not fade away. He will never lose the beauty he has or he owns. Death will also not be able to brag that you are wandering close to it when you grow older. His meaning, his beloved. And the final couplet's meaning is, as long mankind exists and they can read, so long will live this sonnet, and by this it will immortalize the narrator's beloved beauty. Now I will explain Sonnet 130. This sonnet is written for the dark mistress, and it's a mockery of the traditional sonnets. The sonnet goes like, my mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breaths are dun? If hairs be wares, black wares grow on her head. I've seen roses damasked, red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks, and in some perfume Is there more delight than in the breath that comes from my mistress' rigs? I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground, and yet by heaven, I think, my love as rare as any she belied with false compare. Now, I'll go to the explanation part. So, this sonnet also consists of 3 quatrains and a couplet, and the rhyming pattern of the sonnet is ABAB, CD, EF, GG. It's a mockery of the traditional sonnet. The first quatrain explains that the sun is far more attractive than the dark lady's eyes. Red color of the coral is far more red than her lips. Dun dull brownish grey, his mistress' breasts are no nearer to the white snow, and her hair is like black wires. The second quatrain's explanation is that the narrator has seen roses that are white and red, but his beloved cheeks are not as red or white as the roses that he has seen, and the fragrance of some perfumes are definitely more pleasant than the stinky breath that comes from his mistress' mouth. The third quatrain's explanation is even though the speaker loves to hear as she speaks, but music has a far more pleasing sound than her voice. The speaker has never seen a goddess walk by, but he can assure that his mistress does not walk as gently as a goddess, as she makes a lot of sounds. Lastly, the final couplet means that yet he can swear by heaven that his love for her, the dark mistress, is as special as any man who misrepresents his mistress or beloved with ridiculous, unbelievable comparison. So thank you everyone for listening.